I lost my mom when I was very young. She was early 30s. When she passed away, I'm the oldest. My family tried to bring me to UK, so we tried different avenues. I'm happy. This life has made me who I am today. Resilient, aware, respectful, and humble. We were just poor. We were poor. If I say poor to the poorest, we're one of the poorest. But this gave me the food of thought. I wanted to achieve and live a better life. I love smiling, no matter the situation, the outcome. Not to smile to be offensive, but to showcase the happiness.
Are you sure, even just a little bit, you're not trying to kill them with kindness?
Etiquette is not just about dressing, eating nicely. It's more about psychological boundaries, cultural differences, cultural awareness, cultural norms, critical thinking. Leave a legacy not because of your achievement, leave a legacy because of the impacts that you've made.
Eric, absolutely lovely to see you today. And today you are in the hot seat on your podcast.
Yes, I am.
And before we get into the nitty-gritty of Manners Maketh Mic and the British Protocol Academy, the British Protocol Academy, I would like to know a bit about you, a bit about your history, your childhood, where your early days started out and the journey that's taken you here. First
of all, thank you for agreeing to do this. I'm grateful. How do I start? So I wasn't born here, of course. I've got a strong accent, which I love my accents. Born and raised in Ghana. You can see that I'm wearing kente. It's called kente, and I love Ghana tie. I was also wearing something bracelets, which I have my name, Kofi. And then I also have Friday, because I was born on Friday.
Okay.
So in Ghana, we have Monday, different name. But Friday means you're born on, you call Kofi.
Okay.
And Kofi are genuine people, very hardworking, resilient, humble. I believe so, if I'm wrong. But if in Ghana, please tell me Kofi are not bad boys, they're good boys. So I'm one of the good boys to start with.
So whenever you meet a fellow Ghanaian, you can immediately tell which day of the week they're born on based if they have a name that's linked to it.
Good question. So if someone say I'm called Kwesi, if I'm right, Kwesi I think is a Monday or Kwaku, I'm terrible.
Okay.
But all I know is that there's Ama is Friday. No, Efia is Friday. I can't tell, but I'm terrible. But everyone had different. So if you're born Tuesday, there's a Ghana name for Tuesday. Wednesday, same. But all I know is that.
And are those names also linked to specific tribes, or it's a country-wide naming?
That's a good question. I think these are more like Ashanti.
Okay.
So we have different tribes. Ashanti is the biggest tribe in Ghana. So if you're Ghanaian, we have the northern, we have the eastern, we have the central, we have the west, and we have Ashanti. So most people pick that. For example, Monday, they'll pick a local name, and then, of course, they'll give English name.
And were you raised in a traditional Ashanti household? Are both your parents Ashanti?
Yes.
How was that?
So I'm from Ashanti, Kumasi, of course, a big city. Born and raised in Ghana, from amazing family. My mom was amazing.
Okay. Is it a big family? Do you have siblings?
Big family, yes. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And it's the hardest. And then the hardworking, put away.
So what journey did life take you on from growing up Ashanti in Ghana to sitting here now in central London talking about your businesses?
It's a story behind this. So I lost my mom when I was very young. She was early 30s. Very young.
That
very
is young, yeah.
When she passed away, I'm the oldest. So 5 of us. It was tough for us. And I left school because my mom and dad couldn't afford it. But then when the time came, I had to leave Ghana because I didn't have anything. It was tough because she was everything to us. Working 6 jobs, doing different things, raising us. So it was tough.
How was it leaving your younger siblings and your dad?
My younger sister, Jennifer, I think she was around 6, 7.
Okay.
When my mom died. So it was tough. I think she was either 5 or 6, if I'm right. So it was tough for us. And I was a teenager. And then with being the oldest, it was tough for us. It wasn't easy. I felt that it became that I was a breadwinner because my dad left us, unfortunately. Typical, put away, African dad. And I'm not joking. He left us, and then my auntie, who is now in the States, Ohio, Columbus, took us. And she has been the best. She raised us. That's my mom's.
I was going to ask, was that your mum's sister or your
Yes,
dad's sister?
my mom's sister. I don't have anything to do with my dad's side. Just that they didn't.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
It was tough.
Those are a lot of very personal and I'm sure painful memories, and probably not at all what you expected to chat about today, but it really gives a real insight and honest, authentic foundation to understanding your journey, and incredible when you put it into context of where you are now and what you're doing, because you're not coming from a background where you were born with a silver spoon.
I wish.
You are self-made. I don't think you should wish, though. I think that can be more of a burden than
That's true. Agreed.
than an aid.
Agreed. I mean, example, where I came from, so it was tough for us. Even when my mom was alive, she was doing 6 jobs. My dad was a prison officer. So he's like someone who worked in prison, not in jail. So it was tough. And then when she passed, so imagine, even she was doing 6 jobs to help my dad feed us. And then when she died, imagine the burden that this man went through. And of course, losing his wife early age, it was through cancer, unfortunately. So if I look back, you're right. I don't think I wish I would live in silver spoon. I wish, and I'm happy that I lived that life.
Yes.
I'm happy that this life has made me who I am today. Resilient, aware, respectful, and humble.
So is that where your drive comes from?
Correct.
In those early days, did you recognize it as ambition, or it was more in survival mode?
I would say both.
Okay.
I think there's a picture of me on Google. I was laughing when I was coming in that I was pounding fufu. So fufu is Ghana local food.
Yeah.
And I was...
We say in She, more sad.
Yeah. I wasn't wearing nothing. I was just no slippers. And if you see my pockets, I was laughing. So it was more surviving and also more aware, because we were just poor. I mean, we were poor. If I say poor to the poorest, we're one of the poorest. But this, again, gave me the food of thought, knowing that I wanted to achieve and live a better life. So,
and that it's possible to actually achieve.
So as much as going through that stage, it's also changed my perspective in life, that I don't want to be like this when I grow up.
So when you did grow up, or at least when you left Ghana, was that to come to the United Kingdom?
There was this girl called Mackenzie. So when I was secondary school, I would say year 7, year 8, there was this girl came to Ghana, missionary from US, Kentucky, called Mackenzie. And that opened my eyes. And I saw the lifestyle that I wanted to live in.
Okay.
So she became my pen pal. You know, pen pal, you write to them and they write to you back in the days.
I had one in France.
Excellent. So she became my pen pal and she wrote to me. She left Ghana. She was here for 2 years, in Ghana for 2 years. And I was still my teenage years. I would say 13, 14. So still teenage years. And I saw her mindset to help people. So when I came to UK, that changed. I want to help people.
Okay. So how did you physically get to the UK? Did you travel through Africa and take a very short ferry journey? Did you fly? Where did you get the funding and support? And who and where did you go to when you arrived? Did you have family here or family friends?
I had a tough time. So I came in through illegal way, the wrong way. And I'm not ashamed to say that. My family tried to bring me to UK, so we tried different avenues, it couldn't work. And then we found an agency who help people to travel to UK or to other countries. Again, I'm not ashamed to say that. So this person charged £5,000 back in the days.
And that would be a lot now,
2001.
let alone,
2001, £5,000. So imagine to raise money. And we have to, so my uncle has to be guarantor because we didn't have the money. We didn't have the £5,000. No one had the money at all. So my uncle still has a guarantor that when I arrived in UK, I will pay the guy back. Otherwise, he will arrest my uncle.
Right, wow.
So 2001, I arrived December, cold, skinny.
Shock to the system.
Skinny, cold. I had a bounce on my head. I had 1 year to pay £5,000. 1 year. And that was the deal. You don't pay, the arrest of that, my uncle, and then of course you don't want that. Right in the UK, December, very cold, 2001, I said to myself that I'll pay this man no matter what.
Okay.
My first week, I arrived, I think, week before Christmas. January to December, I paid this money. Don't ask me how. I did all sorts of work, construction, security, care, any job that I could get hold of to pay this person.
During those early weeks and months here, were you able to be in contact with your family back in Ghana?
So I think for the first 2 years, it was only me and my uncle that had that contact. Because the aim was to work hard and pay this person money. And then the next aspect is to start my life. So the first year was just with me, myself. I just, this is kind of, what's it called? Emotional, because it wasn't easy, but I'm sorry.
How did you've no need to apologise. I think it's incredible that you're sharing this story. How did you find, or did you find any difference in etiquette from just the social norms you were used to in Ghana to how it was in London? Have you always been polite and mannerly, and did that aid you in looking for work, or is that something you have picked up and learned to use to help your career?
So there's a way in Ghana that I was raised, a humble home, despite we didn't have money. And whenever you go in the street of Ghana, you go to say good morning to someone. Good morning, good afternoon, no matter what. It's a respect. It's how we are raised. You got to wait before an elder speak to you. You got to stand in the bus for elder to sit. My first week in London, everyone I meet, I would say good morning. They look at my mask like, who this guy?
I used to thank the bus driver every time I got off, and the looks.
So that culture shifts and change for me. It was challenging because I'm used to good morning, to know about who you are. And then arriving here, they look at you and say, why look at me that way? Why you say good morning to me? But I saw that my humble beginning, how I was raised, has defined me as of that. Having the good manners, no matter what. Say thank you, no matter what. Say sorry, no matter what. Say good morning, even up to date. When I'm taking my kid to school and I walk through park and I see dog walkers, morning, no matter what. Even I'm tired, I'm so sleepy, that's still with me. So my upbringing of respecting elderly is still within me.
Yes.
That is how my etiquette manner started, from Ghana to UK.
And you've carried that through. So you said you did jobs, service jobs, construction jobs. How does your career progress then from those jobs to having your own businesses now? What kind of roles have you done over the years?
There's a phrase that says that every opportunity leads to something. I'm not a shy person or afraid to do anything, to do dirty work. That's just me. And I think I learned from my mom. She was doing 6 jobs, no matter what come up, as much as you want to fulfill yourself. So I have worked in many industries, care, construction, retail, you name it, security, or even hotel. And these jobs has taught me a lesson every time, whatever jobs I've done.
Yeah.
Construction gave me physical strength, resilient mindset. The days that when I was in construction, freezing cold, but still, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a short time. Work care industry, it wasn't easy. And I feel empathy and respectful to carers in this country. I worked again, I saw things that I thought, wow, also resilient mindset, helping people.
Yes, yeah.
Helping people is most important. Working in retail, as much as people come with all sort of abusive language, you still stand on your feet and say thank you, respecting them no matter what. You serve them because they need to be served. And that has made me being the expert what I do. That as all this industry that I've worked, all these sectors, these jobs I've done, they'll have a meaningful to change the way I think about different people, how I respect people, how to give them respect, no matter what. Because every industry that I've worked, I've experienced things that if I didn't work there, I would not know now. And I'm glad that each of these has a meaningful in my life.
Have you ever encountered a situation where it has forced you to break out of your baseline of etiquette, whether it's somebody being rude or racist or just difficult?
Many times. Even to date, many times. I think there's this stereotype of being black person, successful, educated. People don't like that, as most people. I remember...
when you say that, do you think that in terms of all people, or are you speaking of people within the black community or across?
Not across
ethnicities?
Good question. So sometimes people are afraid, or he's not afraid. Let me rephrase. People get intimidated when you see you're so educated, high educated. I mean, I went to Cambridge. I'm still doing different in Harvard University. Sometimes I get pushback, and I get the question is that true you actually went to Cambridge?
Right. Okay.
Because of the skin color.
You feel, I was going to ask that next, you feel that you're specifically being asked that because of your skin color.
And I don't find it offensive. I don't find it it's just that they're not educated yet. They're hard educated on paper, but mentally they're not hard educated. They don't know awareness. How
do you answer that question? Do you say it with a smile on your face? Do you take a stance that you're going to maintain being gracious? Do you have just a standard answer you give people?
I love smiling, no matter the situation, the outcome. Not to smile to be offensive, but to showcase the happiness within me.
Are you sure, even just a little bit, you're not trying to kill them with kindness?
Sometimes.
Yeah, just a little bit, a sprinkle.
I encountered a few, actually recently. So I went to this event and talking to this guy, very educated. And then he said, I went to Cambridge. I didn't say anything. I said, oh, okay. And then I said, I went to Cambridge. He said, oh, did you? That's his response, did you? And that for me...
And the inflection was, did you?
Yeah. So I asked myself that, yes, I did. I didn't repeat that. I just said, you know what? Because we went to Cambridge, doesn't mean that I didn't go to Cambridge. But you see his response, did you?
Do you think any part of that could have been your interpretation of it? Because playing devil's advocate, if somebody said they went to the same school as I did, I can very easily hear myself saying, oh, did you? Out of pure excitement that, oh, okay. What years were you there? So is there any possibility that...
That you've raised a good question. I think this person have that in his mindset. That there's different people that go to Cambridge. Because for me...
From your experience, was it mainly Caucasian or...
No, I mean, in my class in Cambridge, there was few minorities in my class, and we're also friends. We have a group WhatsApp with chats, and which is amazing. And there's a club that Oxford and Cambridge club that we all join. And sometimes when I go there, you kind of have that look on your face. What are you doing here? And that's people, you can tell, you can't read their mind. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah. So, because you've experienced it so much.
Yes.
And when I asked that question, it wasn't at all to dismiss what it is you're saying, because I know exactly what it is you're talking about. But I'm also thinking of people who have not experienced that and are blissfully unaware of all those little innuendos and social cues that maybe don't apply to them, but as a person of colour, you pick up on and get so used to having to navigate. But I also do try and question myself whenever something like that happens. Is this me being triggered by past experiences? Is there any possibility this person is just very naively, innocently asking me something? Or is this coming from a malicious place?
You're right. I think I wasn't judging this guy. I don't think I had any wrong mindset for him. And it wasn't because of my past experience, but I could tell straight away that he didn't believe me in that sense.
Do you find that hurtful or insulting, or?
I just move on. I think there is a word in Ghana that you can get insulted. Someone can insult you. It doesn't stay on you. It's just an air. Someone says something to you, it's an air. That's in Ghana the way we're thinking. Unless a person touch you or hits you, of course you can feel it. But come from the person's mouth, it's an air. Let it go. So that is one of the mindset that I've learned over the years, that as much as it's just an air coming through, it means nothing to me.
Do you instill these beliefs and experiences within your etiquette training? So is it more than this is how you hold your teacup and this is which fork to use? Does it go beyond that kind of etiquette training too? Realistically, in life, in the workplace, you're going to meet people of all races, beliefs, ages, gender identifications. And how do you carry yourself, and how do you respectfully navigate, regardless of whether this person is being polite or not, those people and situations?
I do believe that you can be highly skilled, educated, but most important is for you to know your awareness, your surroundings. And that's for me. I have encountered this thing many times through my training courses. I remember even I was in UAE teaching etiquette. I love UAE. It's my second home. I mentioned to you before. I loved going there. But the perception of someone is like, why are you teaching us etiquette? You see, why are you teaching us etiquette? Diplomacy. They're expecting someone different color with someone different look.
Okay.
And it's that mindset that need to be changed. And there's no wrong or right in that sense, but it's how you change that to the person mindset that education is evolving. It's understanding your norms, who you are. So I start teach people how to eat, how to hold their knife and fork, and how to carry themselves into high standard, how to have right, respectful mindsets, psychological ways.
Where did you learn those things?
From my mom. I always give credit to my mom. However, I also self-taught myself. That's one of the things that I think even everyone in Ghana will self-taught yourself. Of course, I did the training courses here in UK to have that exposure in different platforms. And majority is self-taught. Self-taught not only watching YouTube, but traveling. I've traveled across the world, to China, to UAE. In each of these travel, there's a lesson to be learned. I remember years ago, before COVID, and I was invited to Chinese High Commissioner. I met the High Commissioner, who is now retired, Honorable Liu Xiamen, amazing High Commissioner from China. And then he said to me that he's never encountered someone like me that knows so much about China protocol.
Okay.
Because not only do I learn it, but I have to live there to understand the way they do things. So these days, I call it levels of success that people want to showcase that they know everything, but they don't know anything. Until you leave You work, understand, you live with them, you understand the norms, the protocol. Same goes UAE. I've traveled there many times. And not only I do travel, but also learning the basic etiquette, basic protocol within the area. And I was in the US. I worked in the US before. So understanding. So you see, all this learning is not only self-taught, as a self-taught, but also living in that area, understanding how things are done.
And as part of that, then for you, does your definition of etiquette go beyond one's speech and behaviour onto things like your personal grooming and how to dress in those specific, even if you're not dressing, you know, you're not trying to be a caricature of what the local culture is, but also just being respectful and mindful of what are the social norms of where you are?
I think for us, etiquette is not just about, like you said, dressing, eating nicely. It's more about psychological, aware, boundaries, cultural differences, cultural awareness, cultural norms, critical thinking. I can teach all sort of etiquette, from dining to afternoon tea to typical British way. I still do believe in teach that, but I want people to think there's beyond that. The most important you can learn in everything is about cultural intelligence. Example, recently I was invited by a friend of mine for Chinese New Year, and I had an amazing hot pot. She invited me, and I sat with her family, amazing family. Again, that comes to how I educate myself when it comes to cultural norms. So in hot pot, it's a big meal, so we have different dishes and hot and you name it. And I can eat with chopstick, which I love that. But as I was eating, I thought, okay, I need to eat faster because I was so hungry. As I had to excuse myself, I asked the host, do you mind if I can switch and use knife and fork instead than chopstick? You see, I know how to use it. I was using it, but I want to enjoy it more. And she's like, yes, you can. You see, I asked because I know that I'm with different culture.
Okay.
Ask permission. So that's how you learn it. So people can say, oh, I know how to do business in China. Have you ever lived there? Have you ever worked there before? You don't. So that means you have no idea. Again, example, years ago, I was invited to Chinese High Commission for a high-level meeting. That's way before COVID again. And one of my friends called Joanna, Chinese lady, so everyone had a business card in front of them. I didn't have my business card in front of me. I just put it in my pockets. She gave me a wink. She's like, what's the card? I said, put it back straight, your table. You see. And that observing, knowing how to do things differently.
Yes. Yeah.
So all this, asking a question about etiquette is how I learn. On the table, on the boardroom, live with them, dine with them. I got an example. Yes, I went to China, and one of the nice cities, Ningbo, not far from Shanghai. And then when I came back, actually when I was there, I was expecting to sign a deal, a big deal for my training courses. That happened. And I was so upset because I thought, I need to make this deal. I need to get this done. But it didn't happen because the clients wanted to get to know me first, who I am.
Yeah, of course.
That's how they do business. They want to know who you are, your values, your personality, before they can even trust you to do a deal with you. That's what I've learned. So sometimes people say, oh, I want to go to China, but you need to experience understanding how to do things differently. Same going to UAE, GCC states. So I have learned all this over the years of not only to read books, but going there, understanding how it's done.
Experience. The same as if you were learning a language.
That's it.
So who is your etiquette training tailored for? Is it specifically for people in the entrepreneurial world? Is it for a younger clientele? Is it for people across industries? Who's it for?
So when we started the program, it was purely for younger people. families and young etiquette. And we started ladies etiquette, we have cultural intelligence. But over the years, we've now moved into corporate world.
Okay.
So we design program for banks. So we train them for business etiquette. We train them for cultural intelligence. We have training courses for diplomats.
Okay.
Example, we had a program for delegates come from Uganda to UK. We train them.
Is it geo-specific then to United Kingdom or European etiquette, or does it also go the other way? If you have a British delegate that's travelling to UAE, do you offer the training for
Correct.
what they need to know to go there?
Good question. We do have that. So we train not only those coming to UK, but even going to live in a different country. So example, there was one of the a friend of mine who was transferred from here, India, to Kenya, Nairobi, to head of the embassy, and he called me, Eric, I need a help. I'm going to Kenya for the first time. I've been transferred from UK. There's a team in Kenya that will train them, understanding the local norms. But they're just like, he's like, Eric, we know you know all the stuff, so please come to us. So you see, that's why there's a local individuals in Kenya, Nairobi. He came to us because he knows that we have the tool to give her basic norms of dealing with the local people. Yes, of course, we're High Commissioner, but then there's certain ways to do things in local cities, local areas. So we have a team that we train them to understand the local norms. Same goes those coming to UK.
My dad went to work in Africa in, I think, like the early 70s when he went to Zambia first. And as a kid, he used to love telling me the story about how in the local bars, they would tell how long a white guy had been in Africa. Because he'd be like, the new arrivals, if there was a fly in the beer, they'd be like, waiter, there's a fly in my beer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the guys, maybe 5 to 10 years, they take out the fly, drink the beer.
That's it.
And he's like, but the real guys, the guys who've been here long enough, will take the fly, suck the beer off, and then drink the beer.
Exactly. Because they have lived there and they know what to do about these flies. Again.
Yes. And they know they're being watched as well. People are observing how your
Agreed.
behaviour is letting us know how accustomed you are with life here.
Yeah. When I went to Ghana years ago, and I got a nice hotel, but I like eating on streets. You see the flies around, and my friends say, "Oh my God, this is gems. This is awful." Now that's how we live our life here. That's the way we do things. So again, that's just how I teach people the local.
How do you teach people? How is the training delivered? Is it in person? Is it online? How do you deliver in regions like the UAE where there's very different rules and social norms between co-ed education that there would be here?
So we have been lucky enough that we have ladies and men in a team that, and of course UAE as you're right, there's elements of, in Dubai there's no restriction as to immigrant cannot teach a female training courses, but in other cities like Saudi Arabia, there's more strict that you've got to be very mindful because of the protocol behind that. So I have a team, Dr. Maya, based in UAE, that do the training course for us. So we have a team that, when it comes to that, we can able to facilitate a different race, gender for each individuals. We are currently running for, I'm not going names, but one of the royals in UAE that we are working on that. Again, the team that we're all working to achieve that. So yes.
Do you feel the pressure of working with that type of clientele, or you treat everybody same across the board?
Everybody same, no matter who you are.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe in that area.
And what do you hope to achieve from the training that you provide? What kind of difference, if any, would you like to see it make in the world?
You see, in this age, people want quick success. They want level success for themselves. We believe in long-term awareness, meaningful. Each program are designed specific for the client's need and the impacts, the legacy that they will also make for the next generation. So each program, as much as they want something meaningful for each person or individual, we want to leave a legacy that this will be left for generations to come. no matter what level we teach. So for us, it's about giving them a platform to achieve well and to do well.
And what message and legacy are you hoping to leave?
I want to leave a legacy that the next generation will see fulfillment. This generation, they want quick fix. That's my worry right now. They want quick fix. I want this generation and my legacy to leave an impact, not as educational, but critical thinking. Because it's easy to teach someone, but it's most important not to teach them, but to give them a tool that they will think themselves.
Yes.
And this generation, we're not doing that. That's my worry right now. That I'm able to give them a tool for them to think themselves, not to be thoughts.
Do you feel that the age that we are now, we need to take accountability and responsibility to impart that wisdom and experience onto the next generation? Because they are products of the environment that they are growing up in and are surrounded by, and that environment is constructed by us.
Yeah.
We can't blame the baby boomers anymore because we're now the grown-ups. So
that is how Manners Maketh Mic was born. And within Manners Maketh Mic, we have 3 pillars. The first pillar is for educating diplomat protocol experts.
okay.
Second pillar is for entrepreneurship business owners. The third pillar, which is dear to my heart, is called raising the next gen. That is something that deeper to my heart, raising the next generation. Because if we could raise them in a meaningful, critical thinking, understanding, aware of their surrounding, having a good mindset to think for themselves, then they'll become better leaders. We don't have to raise them to be educated. No, those days are gone. We need to raise them to know cultural norms, critical thinking.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know that I fully agree on there's no need to raise them to educate them.
If it's education, not like in the classroom education.
Yeah.
Because right now we have social media that people say, I will educate myself through social media. That's
Which is not a reliable source.
So what I'm educating them to have critical thinking, that they think themselves.
Yeah.
That is the aim for my podcasts, that we will leave a legacy. I'll leave a legacy that this generation will live to be the better for themselves.
Do you think that 14-year-old Eric would be surprised by the man you have grown to become, or would be looking at you and thinking, yes, this is exactly where I expected to go?
That's the kind of, yes, this is exactly what I expected. Because my 14-year-old, looking back, is what I was envisaging. I was thinking to myself that this is what I'm meant to do.
As you have gained more success over the years, did you reach a position where you were able to help your family more or bring any of your family over?
That's a good question.
Legally?
I like that. Legally. I'm trying, though. I want to do the right way. I believe doing things the right way these days. I think especially in UK, which we talk about the boats, I'm not giving it a particular name, but I want people to think, those are watching, that if you want to come to or travel to any country, go the right way.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the best way. That's me right now, I'm saying this.
I've always been very aware of the fact that my life has taken a completely different course to everybody, not everybody, but to certain people, babies that were born the same day as me in the same hospital in the Copper Belt in Zambia, for the simple fact that I had a Zambian mother and an Irish father, and having an Irish father gave me entitlement to an Irish passport, and that completely changed my life. Just the other day, received a letter from my son's school here in London, and it was for charity donations, books, and the school is a school on the Copper Belt in Zambia, a few miles from where I was born.
Wow.
I was absolutely delighted, and spoke to my kids and gathered books that they have grown out of and wanted to share, and was just really touched by the fact that there's no difference between you and I,
Yeah.
other than the fact I had a piece of paper stamped with an official stamp that said when my family left Zambia to go to Ireland, I could go as well.
Yeah.
That's all it came down to.
I mean, I would say again, if you want to travel to any country, do the right thing.
Yeah.
Go the right route. Did I wish that I didn't go to the right route? I had no choice.
But I was literally about to say, I think for people crossing on the immigrant boats, it's a large part of it has to be absolute desperation.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would make that kind of journey just by choice or on a whim. I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm recognizing the fact that it's people in desperate times.
Because the hassle is tough. I mean, I was here for over 6-7 years, no papers. It was hard.
How did you then get that official approval?
It was through marriage.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have no choice. I would have no choice because I was advised to pay someone to get married them, fake marriage, which most of my friends did. That support it? No. Again, come to the right channel. Come to the right way.
Are your children aware, and your wife, is your family aware of this history and your beginnings and everything that's led to all of you living the life you're living now?
My kids are aware, and my son he laughed when I mentioned that. I was like, you're Bush, and I said, well, yes, I'm Bush. But he understand that I had no choice because now I was desperate. I need to leave Ghana for a better life. 5 siblings, the oldest, nothing. I had nothing. And but he understand it, and I'm taking them to Ghana at some point for them to experience
Wonderful
Ghana lifestyle.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
see where I came from, to see the suffering people go through in these countries. So they know that at one point they'll go to Ghana, experience it.
Yeah, and the other side of Africa as well, the side that is prosperous and is educated and is travelling, and that duality. That's what I found, even though I came over at a very young age to the Western world, was in Africa there isn't a middle class. It's either poverty or you have everything.
Yeah. Poor or rich. And that's just what we had. We were the poorest. I mean, like I said, there's a picture on Google, which is fascinating. I love watching that because it makes me smile that where I come from. But I get no shame of that picture. I'm still happy with that.
And I think that's a very, very wonderful foundation that you are using to build your businesses, and that you're so open about it. You're not trying to fit into or, get by without being discovered that this is your history. And I think you absolutely should be proud of it.
Thank you.
And I'm sure your mum is very proud of you.
I think wherever she is, yes, she'll be happy.
Absolutely.
And I'm sad that she hasn't seen what she started, but I'm sure her legacy will live forever. Because without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it's a blessing. And I'm happy that I have such a mother who raised me from humble to still humble and still helping people achieve their goals, because that's what she was doing.
And with all of that knowledge and experience and humility, what message would you like to leave now to the next generation?
This generation, my advice is to seek support, learn cultural differences. The world is connected now. Travel, experience. Don't just watch TV and understanding that this is the way it's done. Live there. If you cannot live there, find a way. Strive for yourself. Work hard, work smart. And also be aware of your boundaries, aware of your surroundings. And lastly, as etiquette consultant trainer, never say thank you. Always say thank you. Keep that in your mind, no matter what the situation. And be honest to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be humble. Because humble will make you successful. You leave a legacy not because of your achievements. Leave a legacy because of the impacts that you've made. That's what I'm telling people. leave a legacy for an impact, not for achievement.
Wonderful. Eric, thank you so much. It's been a lovely chat. Great to learn more about you and your history, the workings of Manners Maketh Mic and the British Protocol Academy, and I wish you all the very, very best.